This has got to be one of the single saddest things I've ever seen. And you know what? Shout out to Mikey No More for being one of the only motherfuckers that called this like I was basically calling it, because I don't talk about Mersh because I feel Mersh is just pathetic to laugh at this point. But I will say this. I am not defending Frog Tony because Frog Tony is annoying as shit and I hate him. But I don't know why you guys put him in anywhere near the level of people like this. See, Frog Tony had a wife and kids. Say what you want. Frog Tony has been a contributing member of society. The reason I don't like Frog Tony has nothing to do with anything lolcow related. It's because he's annoying and he's a fucking dick. And I always found his content to suck, and I always found it to be arrogant as fuck. You know? Listen, I hate this dude named Lunga, right? Darth Daddy Lunga was his name or some shit. This guy was a hypocritical piece of shit. An absolute scourge. A fucking wretch. Here's the thing. I would never compare that guy who has a wife, kids, has actually been somewhat successful, to anyone like this. You know what I mean? You guys got to learn how to, got to stop, glomming everyone together because you don't like them. You know what I mean? In terms of content, sure. I guess I'd rather watch several people over Frog Tony. Probably 1,000 people over Frog Tony. But as a person, if you think I'm going to act as though someone like even Sturgis' sorry ass, some caveman looking dude who's lying about his gains. Bro, you're still the same fat dude that you've always been. Stop it. You ain't got no gains. Stop the lies on me. You know, it's got to stop. Say what you want, but y'all should be ashamed that Frog Tony's dumbass, who was dumb enough to try and fucking sit there and hook up with some fucking transgender looking OnlyFans girl, has accomplished more than you guys in terms of, procreation and shit. Food for thought. And case in point, one of those guys that loves to talk down to Frog Tony for some fucking reason is Mersh. Also loves to talk down to Ralph, which I think is actually based. But the problem is, this is a Titanic level L that should be more talked about, but isn't, because Mersh isn't Ralph. So because of the shit that happened with Ralph, Mersh flies under the radar. But this is a Titanic level L, is what I'm saying. And I think that needs to be highlighted here. Now, do not think that I like Frog Tony because I made a ringing endorsement. I'm just letting you guys know, get your priorities back in check. All right? Start establishing your hierarchy a little bit better. All right? And I'm talking to Kino Casino on this one. Listen, man, I love their program and I speak highly of them, but man, I am so sick and tired of Andy trying to fucking act as if Mersh is on some righteous path. Andy, shut up. Stop saying it. He's not on a righteous path. He's not. This is bad decision making. You said it yourself. He was smart to never go after that ice dancer bitch. He was smart to never fucking fuck around with her. He's twice as dumb because not only did you fuck around with her, but you did it to spite Ralph after Ralph banged her. That's just wrong, bro. Any woman that has had willing sex with Ethan Ralph is trash. That is a genuine, lawful fact.
I spent most of this weekend fighting with Ice Dancer because it's not perfect ever. You know what I mean?
So you're a dumbass. Okay? Why'd you even tell us this? So you're so stupid you'd actually get drunk and tell us all this shit, knowing this is a fucking major L when you could just kept it to yourself, you fucking moron. Why do you fucking dumbasses in this space keep doing this, bro? This is the downfall of all these guys. The only one that doesn't do shit like this, really, any more consistently, is Dick Masterson. Granted, piece of shit, scumbag, whatever. Yeah. We've read the riot speech 1,000 times. Yada, yada, yada. But Dick Masterson doesn't do this, so Dick Masterson doesn't have that same trouble. I find that odd how the only guy here that actually understands not to do this is Dick Masterson. I genuinely don't understand how you guys don't get it. Whether it's now, Ralph's a lost cause. Ralph has been a lost cause of a human being for the last 15 years of his life. There is nothing redeemable about that moron. And to be completely honest with you, he has quite literally zero idea how to be a normal, productive member of society. He's just he's just Ralph. There's nothing else to say. But Mersh, I really wanted to believe that you were on the righteous path. But bro, this is just stupid. Why are you telling everyone about this shit? Now we're all going to make fun of the fact that Ice Dancer probably broke up with you. Maybe. Granted, I think that's a dub in the long run because she sucks and she's a fucking train wreck and needs to go to needs to seek psychiatric therapy. Now, she needs to go to therapy. Like, immediately. But, beyond that, why are you telling us this? Now we're just going to make fun of you. I mean, Mikey's going to make fun of you. Hell, Keno might just turn around and make fun of you. It would be base if they just go back to doing that. Ralph's definitely going to make fun of you. Like, why would you tell us all this? I don't understand. Why do you guys do this? Why do you tell people this shit? It's one thing to be Frog Tony and have your shit leaked so we could laugh at him, but Frog Tony didn't willingly leak any of that shit. Frog Tony wasn't stupid enough to do that. He was just dumb enough to get involved with a fucking chick like Dalish. I seriously, I don't was he drunk when he did that? Like, what did you see? I don't see it. I just don't. I looked at her and I think, pre-op or post-op? That was my first fucking words that came out of my mouth. Pre-op or post-op? Yuck. But anyways.
Look at these guys. Look at my hand. That's...
So he's clearly fucking drunk like an idiot, and then talks about how he punched a wall. Why'd you punch a wall there, Mersh? Let's use our context clues. I spent most of the weekend fighting with my fucking train wreck of a girlfriend who has a fucking sketchy past, including banging people like Nick Rekieta allegedly, and factually banging fucking Ethan Ralph, which are both horrible decisions any young woman could possibly make. But of course, this is where we're at.
That's what we call the old reduced security deposit.
He seems really drunk.
Now, of course, if anyone knows what being drunk looks like, it's a fucking pilled out moron who's fucking on so much goddamn drugs and alcohol, fucking Ethan Ralph, that it's become his actual life force. That's become his bloodstream. His bloodstream isn't blood, it's literally alcohol and drugs, because Ethan Ralph is nothing more than a junkie. But that useless junkie is right. Also, Mersh is reacting to this while drunk. Just wanted to remind you of that.
I'm a little drunk. You know what? Don't judge me.
I will completely judge you. The fuck? Why would we not judge you? You somehow had the biggest W handed to you by finally spurning Ralph after all these years of just clowning him, finally doing the right thing. You were so righteous and based to not want anything to do with that fucking chick in the first place. So you then in turn, because you were so arrogant and stupid, decided to still get into a relationship with this chick after Ethan Ralph had sex with her, which basically just devalues anything by like massive amounts of damage. It's just no. And then not even just that, she did that and allegedly aborted his child, which I don't know if any of this is true, by the way. This is all from Ethan Ralph, so it's 50-50 if any of this is true. But the problem is, I tend to believe it because of the way that he said it. But again, all alleged information. That happened. He apparently the STDs were contracted from either party, so there's that. So I don't know what you were thinking there. I've seen the way she looks. I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the best way I can put it. And now you're telling me you just happened to tell the world that you got into this huge argument with this chick, and then you decided to afterwards at some point go to Twin Peaks and get drunk after eating a bunch of wings, and you're drunk now, and you're talking about depression maxing. Mersh, what do you think we're going to assume you're depression maxing about? You idiot.
Don't judge me.
Oh, we will. Totally.
Yeah, okay, fine. I stayed and went home. I want garlic parmesan wings.
Oh my god, he's so fucking drunk now. I want. What's wrong with you? Why would you do this to yourself? Why would you do this? What is wrong with you people, man? Like, why do you do this shit? I don't understand it. I mean, he had it gift wrapped and he basically just completely cogged himself. He went full cog.
I went to Twin Peaks.
Grabbed defeat from the jaws of victory.
I had drinks.
Oh, Mersh.
I had wings.
Oh, Mersh.
I might have had a brownie with fucking ice cream on it because I'm depression maxing.
And Lersh is back.
Right now.
Why?
Then maybe I went to a bar on the way home and maybe I did have a few more drinks. Yeah, maybe I'm drunk.
Thanks. As if we couldn't tell that. We couldn't tell that you were drunk. We couldn't tell. Yeah, of course. This coming off of the heels of the Jesse Pod awful shit, it's just not looking good for Mersh. But are we shocked by any of this? Not really, to be honest with you. The dude was you were even your bad decisions get worse and worse because even then you tried to go into the Dabbleverse, which is just a fucking dumb dying universe anyways. The only one, and again, I was literally looking at him like, I don't know why, like I know this is like the shoe's gonna drop on this dude. He's gonna fucking fuck around. He's so arrogant, and once something's gonna happen where that chick does something or she breaks up with him or whatever, I don't know, but something's gonna happen where he's gonna spiral, and here we go. Here comes the start of the spiral from Mersh, bro. And you know, the only one who saw this was Mikey from Mikey No More. Mikey's like, nah, I don't see the dub here. You guys gassed this dude up because he was finally seeing that Ethan Ralph's a piece of shit. But that's not a win. That's just a fucking fact of life that Ethan Ralph's a piece of shit. So congratulations, you saw common sense. Now you guys are giving him a big head, which I thought was commendable because I thought, you know, he was trying to turn to the better path, which is doing his content, not being stupid, and not getting involved with a chick that could possibly make him spiral up. And then you go and get involved with this chick who's a train wreck. And Ice Dancer's a train wreck. She is. He's a complete, full-fledged train wreck. And now you're going to get laughed at by everyone. Jesse, Ethan, Ralph, hell, the Kino Casino, who fucking knows. But yeah, I just, this Mersh W shit needs to stop. There was no W to be had. You guys praised him for the bare minimum, and now look at him. Oh, by the way, same thing's going to happen to Raymond. Well, I know everyone's like, I know I've been joking, oh, I'm rooting for Raymond. Yeah, Raymond's going to spiral. It's coming. That's coming too. Because Raymond is already banning people randomly, getting a huge arrogant head over this, and it's not going to end well, Raymond, because the whole point's to grow from this, not to just whatever. You know what? Why do I even act as though I'm offering any advice to these people? They're lost causes. Fuck them.